12 years after adopting a boy that nobody wanted, woman finally finds out reason why. Every child that enters into the foster system does so under unique circumstances. Nonetheless, regardless of age, each child is looking for a forever home that's stable and filled with love. Many parents seek to adopt, wishing to preferably adopt newborns who haven't gone through traumatic events of being moved from placement to placement. It can be incredibly rare to find a toddler that no one wants, but it does happen. And it happened when a charming toddler finally got adopted after failing to be brought into a forever home for many years. The reason wasn't made clear, but when it finally was, the couple were frightened for their lives. Anna Martin was 27 years old and had an exciting career. However, her high-achieving career didn't help her become successful in love. Anna was the woman who knew what she wanted, and what she wanted was a significant other she could share beautiful children with. Even though time and culture have changed, people generally haven't. For this reason, female success seems less attractive to men. For many, it's even a turn-off. However, this didn't even stop Anna from searching for a man that would accept her the way she is. Due to Anna's single life, it wasn't rare for her to go on vacation with a few friends or by herself every once in a while. Apart from traveling for work, Anna enjoyed traveling because it helps boost her satisfaction and happiness. Finding love while traveling has become quite a popular trend. Even if Anna didn't get the budding romance she wished for, she'd surely be getting the opportunity to explore parts of herself and learn to love herself that much more. However, she got so much more. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. Anna was part of a group of travelers who met at a cafe before beginning their voyage to Argentina. Once at the cafe, Anna was immediately drawn to a shy-standing man that was located at the back of the group. He was called Patrick. Anna and Patrick really hit it off during their trip to Argentina. Patrick enjoyed traveling just like Anna. The couple quickly identified they shared similar interests and hobbies and have a deep connection with one another. They began to feel much closer as the days went by. The stars seemed to align with Anna and Patrick as they soon discovered they lived in the same neighborhood. Patrick had a career as a firefighter and he had many battle wounds due to his line of duty, including sprains, strains, and more. Patrick had just recently quit his job as a firefighter to pursue being a junior marketer. Although Patrick loved his job, he decided after a terrible injury it was time for design. His head injury was so severe he had to spend several months in hospital. Anyone could see that Anna and Patrick were madly in love. Their relationship was incredibly rewarding and filled with terrific memories and experiences. Their love was strengthened when they decided to move in together. They thoroughly enjoyed exploring the live music scene together too. The couple verbally and non-verbally said they loved each other, and the couple couldn't have been more pleased with the relationship. They both made a conscious effort to spice up their relationship despite their busy schedules. Eventually, Patrick decided to take their relationship to the next step and asked Anna to marry him. It didn't take long for Patrick and Anna to realize they were meant for one another. That's what made it so easy for them to get married. They'd been dating for 2 years before deciding to tie the knot. They were incredibly happy, but it wouldn't last. Marriage felt like a fairy tale for Anna. After being married for a mere months, the couple had learned how to approach sensitive matters. It was apparent to the couple that getting married was the best decision they'd ever made. After getting married and being in a beautiful and happy bubble, the bubble finally popped and they started realizing something was missing. Anna couldn't conceive a child no matter how hard they tried. This was difficult for the couple because they pictured a home full of children. After their first year of marriage, the couple decided to start trying for a baby. However, they thought it would be best to go to a doctor when nothing came of their efforts. That was when the couple found out that Patrick couldn't produce healthy sperm. Before going to the doctor, the couple was attending couples counseling to understand their sexual habits. They gained advice to help improve the chances of couple falling pregnant, but nothing came of it. The couple was faced with 2 alternatives. Patrick had the option to take fertility medication to improve the quality of his sperm. However, this, along with his lifestyle change, didn't affect the infertility status. That's when the doctor recommended artificial insemination or adoption. This was when the couple began to juggle their options. There wasn't a right or wrong way to have a child due to advancements in medical technology. The doctor took the couple through the process of harvesting the sperm and egg cells. The choices were difficult and even left Anna in tears. The couple began being counseled for adoption. The couple was curious about what they could expect from the adoption process, and the reason for the couple having kids was to provide them with a chance to enjoy their existence. This is what pushed them to adopt. Anna had always dreamed of carrying her own children and wasn't sure about adopting, but she knew that the other way of gaining a child wasn't what she wanted either. She was torn, but the couple ultimately knew that adopting was going to give them a life-changing moment. Patrick was uncomfortable at the thought of artificial insemination. Instead, Patrick saw many benefits of helping an abandoned child gain a better life. Anna began reaching out to people who had adopted children, and that was when the couple made the decision to adopt. Patrick and Anna had agreed they wanted to. Anna was naturally very nervous but excited to start the process. They chose the orphanage the doctor referred them to. However, the couple didn't expect the visit to change their lives in the way that it did. Teenagers that are placed in foster care are rarely considered for adoption. This is mainly because most couples wish to adopt a child that's going through all stages of their life. Anna and Patrick had similar ideas in mind. Anna was incredibly excited when she and Patrick were directed towards the baby section. However, on the young way there, a young boy caught the couple's eye. He was reserved and quiet. Anna asked about the boy, and what she found out was shocking. After the social worker saw the couple's fixation on the young boy, the social worker introduced Billy to Patrick and Anna. He was 6 years old and had been in the orphanage since he was a baby. He lost his mother in a car accident and was placed in the orphanage ever since. After Anna realized Billy's incredibly sad case of not being in a loving home, she was brought to tears. It was very uncommon that Billy hadn't been adopted as a baby. However, the social worker said that Billy was perfectly healthy and incredibly well behaved. Anna was unable to remove the thought of Billy from her mind. She was incredibly confused as to why he'd never been adopted. What had gone wrong? It was clear that a massive mistake happened, but Anna wanted to fix it. Anna began to think that something must have happened with Billy and no one wanted to speak about it. That was the only plausible explanation. Anna's desire for a baby began to sway and she was drawn to Billy, and Patrick felt the same. Although it was incredibly weird that no one had adopted the young boy, the couple decided that they were going to be the ones to do it. That's when Patrick and Anna called the orphanage to start the process of adopting Billy. There aren't any right or wrong ways to go about adopting a child. The months of the adoption process were some of the best for the couple, despite it usually being some of the most nerve-wracking times for most families. It was pleasant and insightful for them. Bringing Billy into their home was something Anna and Patrick dreamt about. They couldn't wait for the day that the couple could include Billy into their family. After the adoption was complete, Billy and Anna in particular became inseparable. Billy had seemed to have settled into his new home very well. However, the couple became more and more puzzled as to why Billy had never been adopted. After considering everything, the couple decided that something just wasn't right. Although the Martins were skeptical, they kept Billy close to them as much as they possibly could. The couple were very cautious and had bonding times to ensure that Billy felt comfortable and safe in his new home. The couple was adapting to their new life. The Martins were exceptionally happy for 12 years, with Billy showing no signs of having any health scares. Billy was perfectly healthy except from him suffering from pretty severe allergic reactions. However, things started to change when Billy turned 18. The family would get constant phone calls where the person calling would remain silent. That's when Anna and Patrick started worrying about a stalker. A letter later came for Billy while he was away at college. The family waited for him to return before opening it. The contents of the letter were shocking. However, the sender of the message was even more shocking. It was from Billy's biological father, and he wanted to meet with his son now that he was an adult. The fear of losing Billy broke Anna's heart. The family was torn in different directions. Anna was an emotional wreck and Billy was in complete shock. Anna and Patrick weren't made aware of Billy's father during the adoption process. His name wasn't even mentioned in any of the paperwork. The Martins were so excited that asking about the father didn't even cross their minds during the process. Billy was legally Patrick and Anna's child, but that didn't stop them from being in an absolute panic. After the arrival of the letter, they wished they'd inquired about the father. After understanding who Billy's father was, it finally made sense to Patrick and Anna as to why Billy was never adopted. The reason for Billy not being adopted was because his father was a notorious mob boss named Patty O'Reilly, who was in prison when Billy was adopted. After reading the letter, the family realized they had little time to think things over because there was time-sensitive information in the note. Patty was already out of prison by the time the family had read it. What Billy decided to do was shocking. Billy wanted to meet his father. Although Anna and Patrick were skeptical, they decided it was the right thing to do. After meeting Patty, it was clear that he just wanted to meet his son and not bring him into the mob business. Patty was introduced into Billy's life and remained in it, with all four of them constantly having lunches together.
If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.